Ah, the Nether, a beautiful, blissful, and serene place, teeming with life and beautiful creatures. I'm kidding. I hate the Nether. Also, my Australian accent is abysmal. Is that even an Australian accent? Did I mix that up with the British accent? I have no idea. Now, some might ask, Max, why do you hate the Nether so much? And I will explain to you in this video why I hate the Nether, and why I don't really like it at all, in the slightest bit. And I would actually not really mind if it was just deleted altogether. Anyway, let's get into this, boys. Ready, set, go. Why did I say that? This isn't a racetrack. Let's just do it. So the first reason behind my hatred of the Nether is that it is such a pain to navigate around, to travel around, and just in general to do anything around involving moving safely. Because there is so many things, man, that make just traveling the Nether a nightmare. Now obviously we have the lava, which I have fallen into multiple times. Not floored very well because we fall down and we die, which was made even sweeter by the fact that we were at level 30. And keep in mind that the main way that I can get from point A to point B in the Nether is through 1 block wide bridges, and you can see how much of a problem lava is if, you know, one misstep and you're a goner. And also just the generation of a Nether is it's just not convenient. And like, you know, I don't want to fall into lava. I've said this once before and I will say it again. It is not good. And we haven't even mentioned the mobs that inhabit the Nether yet. And let me tell you, these guys are a real pain. Like, they are 100% menaces to society. Like, these guys are some of the most annoying mobs in the entire game. Let's start off with one of my least favorites, which is the Hoglin. And you might ask, Max, why do you hate the Hoglin so much? Well, I'll tell you why. It's so aggressive. Like, I'm just walking, like, minding my own business, and this man just comes by and he wants to RKO me. You know, it's not very kind. It just isn't. I just can't stand these mobs. And they spawn on my bridges in the Nether, too. Like, they won't leave me alone. Next up, we've got the Magma Cube. And the Magma Cube is a nuisance. Now, you know slimes, those lovable boys that, you know, once you get them to their small size, they won't attack you anymore. Well, Magma Cubes are just like demented slimes, and they'll still attack you even when they're babies. And they overwhelm you with all their little pieces, and just, no. And they do more damage. And also, they spawn at the most inconvenient places, which is it's just in general a theme of the Nether, I think, because, like, man, they're never in the great place. We're never in the right place at the right time, if you catch my drift. Now, another mob that really grinds my gears is the Blaze. And now, you might be asking me, Max, what is your reasons behind your hatred of the Blaze? And, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory here. I mean, keep in mind, the Blaze flies up, which means that it's very hard for you to hit it if you don't have a bow, which, knowing me, it happens more than you think. And then, remember, it also shoots fireballs at you. So, you know, it has range. You don't. And that's never a good, like, it's not a good situation to be in at any point in, like, any situation. All in all, the Blaze just sucks. Let's move on. And finally, let's talk about the Ghast, because the Ghast is rather annoying. And by rather annoying, I mean, it is simply utterly miserable. Now, folks, let me ask you a question here. Do you know why the Ghast exists? Well, I don't either, because the Ghast is stupid. It only drops a single thing, which is the Ghast here. And, like, it's only useful in potion brewing. Like, I don't know, man. I think that what we have to go through with the Ghast on a normal day with our Nether bridges is just not worth what we get in return. You know what I mean? It's not a fair trade, if you catch my drift. Now, I'm afraid that that's going to be the end of this video. Now, I'm going to go and keep this outro really nice and quick and tidy, so I'm just going to go and say 2 things before it ends. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe and like. And also, how quick was that? Like, that was tidy. That was fast, man. That was speedy. That was like, you know, that was quick. That was, you know, bye. I made that really awkward, didn't I?